Good morning, Shavua Tov. There is an oft-quoted, possibly over-quoted teaching that Martin Buber mentions in Tale of the Hasidim of Reb Zusha of Hanapol, which everyone will know. He lived from 1715 to 1800, and he's on his deathbed, and he says he's concerned, his fear is not that he'll be asked why he isn't Moses, but why he isn't Reb Zusha, why he didn't live up to his own potential. So this is quoted over and over again. I think we can hopefully go a bit deeper based on this week's Parsha. And the concept being really asking, many people right now in contemporary life will say, well, why didn't I do something else? Why didn't I choose a different position? Why didn't I choose a different career? The lawyer might say, why wasn't I an accountant? The accountant might say, why wasn't I a fireman? The carpenter might say, why wasn't I a teacher? This week's Parsha begins with the commandment for people to be counted, the census, and it says, Su et Rosh, colored up in Yisrael Mishpachotam. So everyone should be counted, person to person, their head should be counted within the whole of the congregation of Israel. The Ishbitzer Rebbe instantly goes into Su et Rosh, raising the heads, and this counting of people. He quotes a Gemara, the Talmud is from Brachot 58b, it says, Ein datot shel zeh domer l'shel zeh. One person's thoughts are not like another person's thoughts. People have natural proclivities one way or the other. And he goes on, the Ishbitzer says, God allotted goodness and life to each individual, and no one is similar to anyone else. And so he says, everyone should stand in their proper place, know their own tough kids, know their own potential, and know their own role. And then by means of this, people are going to be elevated, and they'll be in their proper place. And elsewhere, he talks about the shoresh neshama, the root of everyone's soul. The idea that everyone's soul is rooted in one tribe. And as we know, the tribes have different roles. Yehuda are the leaders. Yisachar they're the learners, the rabbis, the scholars. And then Zevulun are the business people who will finance and support the scholars, and so on and so on. And it feels like in this idea of counting within the census, people knowing what they're doing, if you try and do something else, it might sort of work, but actually being aligned with your sole purpose is the important thing. And he says that if we were to exchange one person's place for someone else, then the condition of the tribe will be incomplete. So by knowing what you're doing, by knowing who you are, by aligning with your purpose, you help make the whole congregation complete. And it's knowing ultimately that you count. Have a good week.